Hello everyone, welcome back to Literature Hub. In my previous video, I had talked about the list of the characters from the novel The English Teacher by R.K. Narayan. So in today's video, I'll discuss the summary of the novel chapter wise, and today I'll discuss 4 chapters and remaining 4 will be discussed in my next video. So let's begin. The English Teacher is part of series of novels and short stories. This novel is dedicated to his wife Rajam, and it is a story of series of experiences in the life of Krishna, the English teacher, and his quest towards achieving inner mental peace. This novel was published in United States under the title Grateful to Life and Death in 1955. Krishna, the protagonist, is English teacher in Albert Mission College, which is located in Malgudi. Earlier, Krishna was student in the same college. Krishna considers his duty of teaching as duty only. As he goes about it mechanically, he delivers his lecture and asks students to mug up Shakespeare and Milton in order to get good results. Krishna does not get any real pleasure or satisfaction in teaching in Albert Mission College. He is here in this college just because he is paid well, 100 rupees per month. He is amused when Mr. Brown, the principal of Albert Mission College, calls a staff meeting. Uh, Mr. Brown is someone who always looks for perfection in language. Therefore, he is angry when student adopts American spellings for English words. Krishna tries to talk with Gajapati, the head of the Department of English, about this matter, but Gajapati ignores him and walks away. Krishna decides to go for a walk early in the morning and on his return, he spends some time with nature writing poetry and thinks that one day he will become famous poet and decide to make this plan into action immediately before cramming his lecture every morning and makes his student to cram those lectures. Chapter 2 deals with starting Krishna's domestic life. Krishna receives letter from his father informing that now he should find out his own house and start living with his wife and daughter. Krishna goes out in search of house and finds one and shifts there from the hostel. Krishna's mother arrives with his wife and daughter and helps them in starting a household. Krishna's mother, who prefers a neat and well organized household, trains Sushila, Krishna's wife, to become a good and responsible housewife, and she leaves after 2 months. New phase of domestic bliss begins. Sushila waits for Krishna every afternoon, and on his return from college, she serves him coffee and snacks. In the evening, when she prepares for dinner, Krishna plays with his daughter Leela. As trained by Krishna's mother, Sushila became very sharp in keeping tracks of all the expenses. Sushila is disturbed when Krishna's mother sends old woman from the village to help her in the kitchen. So Sushila can spend more time with his daughter Leela. Uh, Additional member in the house means additions in the expenses, and it bothers Sushila. But eventually Sushila accepts old woman in the house. Sushila plans all the finances, keeping future in the mind. Sushila encourages Krishna to write poetry, but also makes fun of him when he reproduces Wordsworth lines as she was phantom of delight and tries to impress her, but she accuses him of copying and requests to be original. The first serious quarrel happens between them when Sushila sells Krishna's old clock, which keeps irregular times, and its alarm rings all the hours, which disturbs sleeping child. And she also sells Krishna's old papers. Krishna shouts at her as she cries, and then they refuse to talk to each other for 48 hours. But later, Krishna initiates and takes her to film and decides not to fight in the future because, as Sushila puts it, they say such quarrels can affect child's health. In the third chapter, Krishna's father offers money to buy his own house in Malgudi. Krishna and Susila start discussing kind of house they would like to buy. On Sunday morning, leaving their child under the care of the old woman, they set out in the search of the house. They inspect various houses in lovely extension through Krishna's colleague Sasri, the logic teacher who turned to builder. Having fragrance of jasmine, Sushila is looking beautiful in Indo sari, and Krishna decided to call her Jasmine and named their new house as Jasmine Home. When Krishna is busy with Sastri discussing about price and other details, Sushila goes into filthy lavatory, and when she comes out with the help of Krishna, is appears disturbed by the filth in the lavatory and fly has set on her lips. Feeling unwell, Sushila lies down on the bed when they return home. Sushila is unable to eat anything as she recalls the incident of having been locked up inside the filthy lavatory. Sushila remains on the bed for the next 4 days, and Krishna is worried about her and goes to Dr. Shankar of Krishna Medical Hall. Dr. Shankar is very famous physician in the town. Dr. Shankar prescribes medicines for Sushila as he is too busy to visit Sushila at her home. But when Sushila shows no sign of recovery, Dr. Shankar visits her at home and tries to cheer her. Initially, Sushila is diagnosed with malaria, but later Dr. Shankar examines that she is suffering from typhoid, and Sushila's room is turned into a sick ward. Sushila's parents arrived and helped Krishna to nurse Sushila. When there is no improvement in Sushila's condition, Dr. Shankar calls another doctor from the Madras. But it's too late now. Sushila dies, leaving her husband Krishna and child, and the short, happy married life comes to an end. Chapter 4 deals with Krishna's loneliness and taking care of the child. Krishna's mother occasionally comes to stay with him and child. Krishna refuses to marry again. Krishna feels disturbed as memory of his wife keeps haunting him. Krishna spends his time taking care of the child and reading bedtime stories for the child. So today in this video I have discussed 4 chapters, and I'll discuss 4 remaining 4 chapters in my next video. So thank you for being here.